Alright, this setting finally worked. Oh. Wonder if I found anyone at this hour. It is pretty late. Should be able to find someone though. Oh, people are pouring in. Hello. Dude, I don't understand people that decline this shit. Let's get started. Bro. Okay. There we go.
I don't think this is the exit.
No, but look. We found the prisoners.
For those who don't know, if you have a targeted blink, you can blink on this veteran Molten Axe Fiend down here if you walk towards the bottom of the platform. But we don't have anyone with a blink, so we're just gonna run. Go fast, boys. I should probably stick by my team. Not run too far ahead.
For great justice, forged away. Great justice, gaining adrenaline. Great justice.
If you're someone who's new to the game, healers carry the hardest in Fractals. If you're gonna playing anything, you want to increase your success chance in Fractal, you just play healer.
For great justice.
Oh. Oopsie. Paragon is still extremely strong with this pack. They've done, I feel like, absolutely nothing to nerf the healing output of this thing. And the stability spam as well. I don't know where this one guy's down. Oh, this guy's not here, actually. I meant... Good. I'll drop those better in this game. I meant... Hmm... I feel like our DPS is a little low in this group. Taking a little longer to kill this thing than usual. And also, this instability is not helping. I also don't know, also, the instability is basically makes enemies explode whenever they die. That's why you're seeing a whole bunch of AoEs do a whole bunch of damage. There's a whole bunch of enemies on this part. Typically pretty useless on bosses, but very strong on parts like this. Oops. Actually, I'm curious about how many people are still new to Fractals in the current year. I feel like a lot of people who have Fractal experience. I feel like there's probably not that many new people left. Still want to get into it. Nice. You love my ally builds? Thank you. I hope you enjoy them, and I hope they help you, man. Once I finish up with this batch of the ally builds, I think I'll be remaking the tier list. I don't know if you know, but I have a tier list, but it's kind of old. I think it's like almost like half a year old now. Or just rate all the low intensity builds, but Visions of Eternity, things have shifted around a little bit. Okay, you can run like a paralyzation sigil or something on this. Or like a hammer. I feel like I have no CC on this build. Paragon just has so much stability and CC, or not CC, sorry, barrier. I think it's crazy. I guess it can also have a lot of CC if you want to run it. I love Paragon. The spiritual successor to good old Heal Scourge. Also, I think the boss is bugged. Nice. Oh, there we go. Use Paragon and Dragon turn? Which Paragon build do you run? You just run all of them, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I haven't practiced in my rotations in like a very very long time, and I was just like randomly throwing myself at the golem today, and like I realized how fucking stupid my low intensity builds are. I'm not gonna lie, because like I play like I on practice like I make quite a lot of mistakes playing like the quote unquote real builds, but bro like the DPS gap is not that large. Like the playing the real builds with mistakes versus playing my builds, kind of crazy. NGL. I'm a washed up boomer now. What can I say?
We've started without you. I trust you'll enjoy it. You've demonstrated allegiance to your
Also, they nerfed the shit out of fucking. I don't know what happened to Greatsword Axe fucking Berserker. That shit got like eliminated.
There's no hiding behind those masks. I recognize you. You betrayers. Come to your senses. Or we'll stop the slaughter. Or we'll stop
This Fractal, for those who don't know, has a whole bunch of skips. But I think pretty much all of them, at least in tier 4s, use them. Like, I'll show you maybe a skip right now, in this next part. But it's a very common one. You probably have seen it before. For those who don't know, you can get the Swipe Mantle portal device from playing raids. But it allows basically any class in the game to have a Mesmer portal. So I'll be showing you kind of a nice little skip that people do on this next part. Usually you have one guy run up while everyone else kills the champion here. Also, I'm stuck in combat. Here's what it is. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so usually while people clear up here, someone will drop a portal, and then they'll run up ahead. And then there's like a little ledge right here that you can go on, and then you can jump up here, and you can jump up here. And then all you do is just wait until you see Sandbiters killed 1 out of 2, and then you drop your portal. And then your whole team will just teleport here. Oh, 1 guy, 2 guys, there we go. Nice little skip you can do. Not really, but nice little thing you can do, I guess, once you have the raid portal. Really, any class. Any role.
Trust the word of the deceiver Choco? Fools. Dead fools.
You play Dagger Axe. I would recommend you to try out Spellbreaker. Very, very similar. It's basically the same thing as Paragon, but without the motivation management. You'll probably do higher damage on average, to be honest, like in realistic scenarios. Because you don't have to manage motivation. For this part, usually it's easy to track where Amala goes, either through conditions or through her boons. So you can see here, like she kept her protection boons, so it was very easy to spot which one she changed to. Typically for this part, you can just stack. I see some people run out with the fixate. You don't need to run out. You just stack. You just stability your way through whatever the hell this elemental thing does. Again, if you are new to Fractals and you want extremely chill experience every time you play Fractals, I recommend you to play healer. Very simple. No matter what your team is, if you're a decent healer, you will always have a smooth run. That's all she wrote.
High Priestess! Your pathetic gods offer no protection, Amala.
There is a small skip you can do on this one. I'm gonna try it. I'll probably fail. Because I feel like I failed this one very frequently. But I'll try to show you. Usually you gotta play with like normal targeting instead of instant cast. So I'll swap wherever the setting is. I have no idea. This one, yes. Yeah, so if you like basically get you wedge yourself up here, like all the way up here, and then you can sometimes, if I don't screw it up, land like right here. Oh, nice, I got it. But it's very nice little skip that you can do. Oh, I think they already opened it. Huh. It was a little slow. It's all good. I got the skip. That's all that matters. Instant cast. Let me heal the boys. Nice. I'll try to rest heal this guy. We need another guy in here. See if I can help him. Hopefully that guy can cover me. There's more shit that spawns. Oh, block. Alright, nice. That guy hopefully goes and helps him. Or not. There's some bullshit you can do with this one. No. Oh, wait. Unlucky. This one's probably fucked. Actually, I guess we could res him. It's all good. On this part, you really want 4 people. There's some way to bullshit the control panel. I have no idea how to do it. Basically, like, you can start it, and then it won't matter if someone gets off a button. But I don't know how to do that little skip. Or gimmick, I guess. Whatever you want to call it. This is the intended way to do it. There we go. For this part, there's like a little ledge up here that you can jump on. It can be nice for avoiding the last few hits.
For great justice.
Oop. I think I fucked that up. Yep. The ledge skip. Very, very small, but helps out. Oh! Got fucked. There we go. Let's see what this guy's got. Okay, one more guy. Okay, never mind. I think we're actually gonna have to go get it, because this guy's dying. This guy might be AFK. Drop Rosby on him. No dying. Issei Sato. There we go. Nice. No real big secret on this part. If you have a Mesmer or a Thief, they can mass invis you or invisible you right here at the mislock, and then you can run past all the shit without aggroing it. That's the only The only little skip I know here. Mesmer can invis or port you through it. Typically you skip this first one because you pull a whole bunch of like ice elementals. So you try to de-aggro them by trying to run away. But in this case, people are not doing it, so we just go on first. We'll simply tank our way through all this. Looks like this team is going to take 3 tries to get this down. Actually, maybe 2. Let's see. Yeah, probably 3. There we go. Doesn't really matter who does the oil mechanic on this one. TBH. Will not pull those things. Let's see if all of the necromancers, whatever the 50% trait kicks in here. I think it's like do 20% more damage below 50%. Oh yeah, it kicked in. Like to see it. Fractals are very, very easy for anyone who is still looking to get into fractals in 2026. Extremely easy. Don't hold yourself back from getting into them. Just make a comp. Make sure that your quickness, alacrity, and healers are covered. Those are the 3 big things you want covered. And you'll have a very easy time. Let's see. Let's do some raids, I guess. And see this causing gonna do Cairn and Cosmic Observatory. No CA, no Doom. See if we can find a better squad. Oh wait, it's 3 stacks. I didn't realize this guy is a guildie. See if he's watching the stream. Probably not. I'm guessing I'm DPS because I was not told anything to play. Okay. I'll pull out the 4-bone Paragon for you. How about that? Very simple build.
There you are. Now that you're here, we can explore this place.
see someone's a bit impatient.
If you're gonna play my build, I heavily recommend you to run food.
Isn't it obvious? I made a discovery. I'm gonna invest.
So make sure you're running food.
See what I found.
But you don't have to if you don't want to.
Good question. I don't know. The answer is most certainly.
Call it the Paragon for the boys.
All right, lead the way.
I think this was actually one of the one of the OG VOV builds that I made. I think I was like for a little while I was the only guy I was doing like anything Condi Paragon.
Do you see that?
Yeah, I think yeah, this build requires the oh, okay. I did not realize we were already starting. Hopefully I get a stab. Yes. This build is extremely easy for anyone who hasn't seen this one. All you do is auto attack and you press F1, 3, 4, and your Signet Stamina. The Signet Stamina is kind of optional. It's like a very small DPS increase. But yeah, that's all there is to this build. Extremely simple. Heavily recommended if you're a new player. It's one of my stronger ones. We might not have stability here. I'm just gonna use stability myself. Yeah, another nice thing is that you also get access to Chant of Freedom, which gives you self-stability. Well, not just self, but to your group as well. But very, very strong. Like, for example, I don't have to rely on my group here to stability me through this. I just stability myself. Extremely simple build. And you can see the DPS chart. To be fair, my team is also dying, but yeah, I'll resin. Resin right now. That's called the long dick attack. You just dodge through it. I might not have stability for this one. Oh, nah. Don't stab me through it. We're good. But yeah, this is part of the reason why I wrote in S tier. Just extremely easy build, extremely high damage. Also has a decent amount of sustain. You got access to stability as well if you want it. Also, another interesting thing about Karen is that if you stay very, very close to him the whole time, like you don't exit like this like basically circle, you'll never get the what's it called? The agony mechanic, which is like the red circle around you, it does passive damage and does a lot of damage to your teammates as well. Very simple build. Highly recommended to play for beginners.
Hail! Vital. Recover. Knowledge is power.
Here, I'll pull out another build for y'all. This is the Spellbreaker. This is a 5-button Spellbreaker. Again, extremely simple. Your 5 buttons are F1, 4, 5, and then your 2 signets. Signet Stamina and Signet Delayek. You can also use your signets. If you run the Signet of Ferocity, right, the Signet Mastery trait. So basically, anytime you use a signet, you gain a whole bunch of passive ferocity. So it can be useful to stack it up before a fight starts, for example. But yeah, I'll show you this one as well. Again, very, very easy. Also part of, if you see this guy in the chat, He was talking about like, oh, he plays the Paragon, right? I would highly recommend you to try out playing Spellbreaker because it's very, very similar and well, not really very similar. It's basically the exact same build, but as you can see, you don't have to manage motivation. There's like the easy variants, right? Which is like you play Signets, which is what I'm playing, or there's like the harder variant where you play with Kick. Can I? Oh, I can. Nice. I was gonna say, can I do that? That's pretty sick. Nice. I'm gonna get in there. And you also get access to full counter, which again, you can use that optionally just as a DPS increase. And again, you can see how easy this build is, right? You see how easy this build is? I'm like not even running like I'm still running my Condi food, and I'm still like very close to top DPS. And you can see how easy it is, right? No weapon swapping. It's basically nothing. Can I full counter this? Okay, I can. Nice. This mechanic, there's actually a bit of a mechanic. Okay, what I was gonna say, if I could pick it up. But you see the little blob on the ground and the white little circles that spawned. You can actually use the spear on the blob. That's how you get rid of it. I feel like not many people know about that, but yeah. Another thing about this build is that since I'm running Eagle, my damage is about to really fully kick in here at 50%. So you're going to see that my damage is going to increase even further. Another very nice thing about this build, the reason why I really like Signets, is that Doliac Signet gives you just a lot of really passive stability, and Signet Stamina also gives you a lot of passive Condi cleanse as well. So just a lot of good stuff going on for this build. I'm a big fan. You can play Kick if you want for that little bit of DPS increase, but it's like, it's not necessary, to be honest. Especially with so much good defensive stuff going on here for the Signet variant. You can see how effortless this is, right? Very, very simple. And again, if I was running food, I'd be very easily top DPS here. Or if I was running proper power food, that is. But I decided to just stick to my Condi food because I don't feel like wasting gold or Dagda. Also, I'm kind of, underutilizing the full counter a little bit, but, you can utilize full counter a lot better than this if you're not being super lazy. Your skill 3 is also a CC. Yep. You can see very close to top DPS. Would have been definitely top DPS with food. But no need to run food for this boss. We'll see if we can get into some more raids. Typically, whenever I just play by myself like this, on nights like this, right, where like all my friends are out or whatever, I usually just pug. Typically, if you catch me on other nights, I'll be like commanding, I'll be making all this stuff. But typically, whenever I'm alone, it's just like I would rather just pug because it's a bit of a pain in the ass to put together groups. But we'll see what else we can get into. sometimes like to jump into training groups. UDPS. I've not really done any wings, so I'll just hop into whatever. I haven't done any wings this week, I suppose. I can heal. Wing 3, another really simple wing. There is like two things you can do as like a brand new player that you can like really screw the group on, and I'll kind of explain it to you as we go. But again, very simple wing. You shouldn't be holding yourself back from doing this one if you want to do it. And also, if you're an NA, feel free to jump in here. I'm likely going to be on Glenna duty, is my guess. My guess is the commander is probably a healer, and I'm going to be the off healer. That's my assumption right now. We'll see. But Glenna duty is also very easy. Pretty much everything in this swing's really easy. Glenna duty, the only thing you have to worry about is making sure Glenna doesn't die. That's it. You can take a little bit of emob as well. So like if I get assigned to Glenna duty, I'll probably take Throw Bolus. Because the Warg is pretty much the only thing that can kill Glenna. And sometimes, once in a while, like you'll end up in a party that just doesn't have any cripple, chill, or emob. So having some is nice as like a very backup option. We'll see if we can spot any other wings here. Might do something more interesting than Wing 3, but if that's all we get for now, then that's all we get. Just get in there. Hmm. Looks like we're locked in for Wing 3. Again, if you're brand new, I'll explain everything as we go. So, if you're interested in learning more about Wing 3, feel free to stick around. Very simple way. If you're just like a new player and you're playing one of my builds and you're just playing group DPS, there's only, from that perspective, there's only two ways you can completely screw over your group in the swing, and I'll kind of explain them as we go. Or the two big ones. That's going to be going to be on Keep Construct and one going to be on Zera, where you can, as a new player, completely like just grief your group. But again, the way to do it is easy. So I'm going to be on Glenna duty. This is the babysit duty, but it's very simple. Again, if you're assigned to those, right? If you're playing like off healer and you're assigned to those, just take some emob just to be safe. That's all. Actually, I'm going to replace for Great Justice because you don't really need might on escort. To be honest, I feel like the hardest thing about Wing 3 is doing the towers. I still have no idea how to do the towers. I've always been in groups that have had people know how to do the towers. But typically that's like a very Mesmer specific mechanic where they'll teleport you around. I think Thief can technically do it too. Actually, no, I don't think so. Because Thief Portal is not two-way, I think. Like Mesmer. I think it's one-way, if I remember correctly. Unless they changed it. Oh, everyone else is in. For some reason I didn't get the pop-up. I was like, where's my pop-up? Is no one in yet? Glenna duty is very simple. Typically, you'll want some people to make like a line here, so it's like a little bit more efficient to get Glenna to the first checkpoint, but it doesn't really matter.
We're ready.
Has everyone made peace with their gods, spirits, deities, or
The only thing I recommend is see if this guy knows what he's doing, actually.
much use in a fight?
Oh,
I can cast
okay, he's
spells
doing super speed.
if needed, but for the most part, you'll need
But yeah, the only thing I would recommend if you're on Glenna duty is taking maybe a little bit of emob.
Volunteers for escort duty. We'll figure it out as we go.
shout and I'll follow you, but don't mistake my willingness for blind obedience. Protect me. I'm about to
If you're playing group DPS on this, again, you just like follow the group. That's it. There's like no thinking. You just follow the group, and you can't screw up anything. The only thing you can do is run into a mine and die. But like your life is kind of expendable as group DPS here, so it's like it's whatever if you die. Just don't run into a mine next time.
bomb planted. Cover your ear.
It looks like I get like a buddy here, like a super speed buddy. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say usually it's only one guy that does it, but
I want these intruders
on these mines, all you do is just run up close to them and then you hit them.
history is
I'm gonna stay away from them so that I don't end up griefing the group, but
defensive reinforcement.
that's it. Otherwise, yeah, basically your only one job as Glenna duty is just sitting on Glenna and making sure she doesn't die.
Something big is happening inside.
I need protection. We're getting destroyed down here.
Again, if you're just group DPS on this, it's very, very simple. Just stay on the group. That's it. On this part, basically the guy that's up on the tower is going to be dropping a port, and then everyone's going to be porting. And if you're just group DPS, he's be porting up there with them and killing some more mobs. But I guess never mind. They're not porting. Typically, people port, but this group is doing something a little bit more unique, where they'll just deal with the tower. Again, typically on Glenna duty, I try to play very, very safe, where I don't. I try not to have Glenna run into any mines and die. You usually have one guy doing the back work here. You're gonna see this beefy guy that's back here, and there's these like skulls that spawn, right? That's just there's two works that come in from the front and the back. So usually the back work is just gonna kill the back work just by themselves, and then the group is gonna kill the front work. That's it. Should we do this yet? Yes.
Forge the way.
So this warg right here is the only thing that can kill Glenna. That's the only thing you have to watch out for. Again, this group DPS, all you do is just kill it and try not to run into any mines. Like in this case, right, I took a little bit of emob, so I'm gonna go throw some emob at the warg, right, and now the warg is emob, and now we're very, very safe. Right. And now that the warg is dead, I'm gonna run up with Glenna. I'm gonna wait for my team to clear stuff, because again, your life is a little bit more important as the Glenna duty person, so try to make sure you don't die. And again, I'm gonna put Glenna kind of close here to the warg, right, but I'm gonna also emote the warg. So warg is nice and emoted, and we're good to go. Now we're just chilling until they clear the path for us.
I'm not your puppy.
Another word coming in. Again, recommendation, run a little bit of emote, right? And then you just emote the word. And just let your team take care of it. Yeah, I think they cleared it. Nice. That's what your teammates doing, right? They're running into the white circle to be able to kill the mine. That's what's going on there. Again, as a Glen duty person, just try to stay away from that so you don't end up killing yourself accidentally. As you can see here, right, I just threw a whole bunch of emob on the warg, and my teammates are just killing it, and that's it. Very, very simple. Don't be afraid of this mechanic. Extremely simple. Typically, like, the mobs don't really do anything to Glenna as long as you consistently heal her through it. The only two things that can realistically kill her are the mines and the wargs. At this point, we're just waiting for them to clear the last tower. Again, this group's doing something slightly different, where they're kind of duoing the towers by themselves. Most groups you're going to run into are going to be porting the group up to the towers to clear the mobs there.
Sacrifice yourself if you have to.
Nice. Teleported up above. There we go. This part is going to give you the preview to kind of the next mechanic on KC, right? Where some people get marked as white, some people get marked as red. That basically means that you can only damage the white thing and not the red thing, vice versa, if you're depending on what you're marked with. So in this case, I'm marked with white, so I can only damage the white ghost, so to speak. There's gonna be more work spawning here. Again, just emob them and get on the boss. This group is being a little bit weird about like stacking. Again, this is a bit abnormal because groups nowadays, they don't bother. They just go hit the boss. They don't bother with stacking, but you just follow whatever the commander wants to do. Let's try to emob the work here. What's up? We'll stack for the commander. Make sure they're nice and happy. We might be able to get the speed achievement here. Nice.
Keep watch while I prepare the explosives. This should be the last barrier in our way.
Whoever doesn't have it can have the speed achievement.
Explosion imminent.
There's an achievement here basically where you clear this first part quick enough.
How dare you set foot on sacred ground?
This next part, basically, if you're brand new and you're playing this as like a group DPS, right, which is my strongest recommendation as a new player, the only way you can screw over the group is if you hit the orb on the orb mechanic, and I'll kind of explain to you what's going on there. But usually you have a person that's dedicated to dealing with that mechanic, so make sure you're just not blindly hitting it. That's all.
Enjoy my great.
It's gonna look juicy. It's gonna look tasty. It's gonna look like it has a health bar. You don't want to touch it. I assume I'm not tanking. What, do I have a minstrel's piece? Oh no, I have the celestial food. Let's see if I'm tanking. Am I tanking? No, I don't think so. Alright. On this part, one of the statues on the wall you're gonna see is gonna turn red. You're gonna want to move there, right? So you're gonna see one of the statues turning red, and it's gonna spawn like a little ghost. you're going to want to clear the ghost on top of keep construct. So you're going to clear one of the ghosts, and you're going to see Zera's Embrace. One of these stacks has went down on the boss. Typically on this part, if you get Fixate, right? So you're going to see Beefy, or is it Beefy, I think, has Fixate? Okay, well. Someone there had Fixate, I couldn't tell who it was, but whoever had Fixate just stays in the group on that part. So for example, I have Fixate, so I'm going to try to stay in the group so that the team can have the max amount of damage to kill this thing. Okay, this part. If you're playing group DPS, just don't touch the construct core right here, right? This thing with a little skull over it, just don't touch it. It's very simple. Just don't touch it. Let whoever is dealing with it deal with it, and you don't do anything. You just sit in the middle, right? And just wait for them to do stuff. That's pretty much the only thing that matters. And also on the green part, right, where people kind of, there were like 3 green circles, you just want to make sure you have 2 in each. That's it. Since I fixate, I'm going to try to stand like behind the boss a little bit, so that's a little bit easier for us to cleave it. Or rather, I guess, try to force the boss to move inside the, keep construct's hitbox. It's really easy to cleave both of them. That's what I meant whenever I said that I'm going to walk behind it. This next part, if you're playing a healer, for example, this next part has a lot of condition damage pressure, so you want to try to save your condition damage cleansing for this next part. But basically, there's like a little area in the middle here that basically does like this confusion and torment. You're gonna see here, once a red statue spawns red behind you, you just walk to it, right? So you just walk with the group. That's it. If you're playing group DPS, just follow the commander. And hopefully someone knows what they're doing. That's pretty much it. Same thing here, right? There's 2 stacks of the Zera's Embrace on Keep Construct. We just need to kill both of the ghosts on top of Keep Construct. That's it. You're gonna see here, we killed the second one, and now we can CC. Same thing, split phase, right? The commander put down markers, but you just want at least 2 on each one. If you don't have 2 on each, then you just instantly wipe. But this part is very, very easy to get right. Same thing here. Just don't touch the construct core if you're a brand new player, right? Just don't touch it. Let whoever is dealing with it deal with it. It's not going to be your job, and you don't want to be the new player dealing with pushing, effectively. That's what the mechanic is called. Just don't touch it. Because if you touch it, you're going to end up moving it, and you might move it out too early. Or before you want to move it out, basically. Or not get any orbs. The TLDR with that mechanic is that the more orbs that orb, the big orb touches, the more little rifts, rather, the big orb touches, the more damage you're going to deal and keep construct on that burn phase. So depending on your group DPS, you want more or less. Sometimes you can get away with 1, sometimes you'll need 5, depending on your group DPS. So just let the pusher deal with it. It's not your job. Same thing here. Try to save, a little bit of Condi cleanses for this part. Don't greed too hard on the boss, right? You see a big red thing next to the wall, try to walk to it. And try to, really wedge KC in there. Right on top of the other ghost. And it doesn't matter if the KC goes up in the air. It still counts for taking off the stack if you kill the ghost where KC was. On this part, we can skip, right? Because we can just CC because we did everything right. But on that part, that was like the quote-unquote preview part from earlier, where basically a whole bunch of people get marked with colors, and then you have to go kill the color. That's all. Anytime you're playing here, right, usually what I like to do is just double check that there's at least 2 players on each one of these greens. And again, I'm going to reiterate, 5th time, or whichever, don't touch the construct core if you're not the pusher. Just don't touch it. You're going to see the pusher is hitting it. The contract core is moving through these lay rifts. The more lay rifts the contract core goes through, the more damage we're going to do to KC on this next burn phase. Again, if you're group DPS, brand new, just don't touch it. Let the kiter deal with it. Or the pusher, rather, deal with it. And it's, again, it's a very easy boss. Yeah, it's one of the two mechanics that you can screw your team over. Sometimes I see new players come in here and just, you know, whack the contract core and then nobody tells them or just kicks them. They don't know what's going on, right? That's the only thing. Just don't touch it. That's it. That's not your job. Oh, I was not looking at my screen. For this next part, usually just follow the group. There's a few different, basically for this next part, you gotta press a whole bunch of buttons. It's called, I think, Twisted Castle. It's basically just like a maze. It's a mini event. People usually know what they're doing here. You don't really have to know what you're doing. Just follow the commander, and even if you die, it's not a big deal.
Clipping your wings. Try not to fall to your death. There's no way. A new era of Christ begins with the return of Lazarus. His awakening.
You're gonna see a button right on where my cursor is. Yeah, I think, yeah, you can see my cursor right where I have circle, right? Usually someone will do some bullshit here, right? They're gonna jump over, they're gonna do stuff. There's a button. If you go on this one, usually the group will go back here. There's also a button behind this one. So I'm gonna check if someone's doing this one. So no one's doing this one, so I'm gonna go do it. But this one should be unlocked in a sec. Again, if you are group DPS, you are new, it doesn't really matter. Someone should know what they're doing for you, and you just follow what they do, right? If you get hit by these living statues, you get ported. So. Or you get ported back to the beginning, rather. Again, if you're brand new, it doesn't matter what you do here. Someone should hopefully know what they're doing. If not, then it is what it is. And again, this is the ending part here. This might be a little awkward. Hopefully I don't get ported. Oh, I got ported. Hopefully that guy got through. Not sure if that guy got through. I'm gonna go anyway, just to be safe. But that was basically the ending. Looks like my boy Beefy has made it through. He's walking to the end. But this is basically the ending right here, right? This is how you get out. Once everything is open, you just get through here. You run up through here, and then you run up the stairs, and you're going to see a guy right there on my cursor that made it to the end. This next boss, one thing you can really only screw up as a new player, I would say. And that is the special action key. That's like the big oh no button. If you screw that up, you probably killed your group. But it's very easy to time.
How does it feel?
There's two mini games that you're going to see here on the first two platforms. Those will reoccur in the later half of the fight. But again, one of them is you push the orb into a rift, and then you kill a crystal. And then another one is you stand on a button. And then you kill a crystal in the middle, and then you just make sure you don't get to 10 stacks while standing on the button, and I'll kind of show you as we go. But again, very, very easy, very, very simple.
What are you waiting for?
The big one, really, that you can screw over your team on is, I guess, like maybe half is like you just push in random directions, like this part, but someone will yell at you and tell you that you're doing stupid. Or like not standing on a button, but really the big one is just a special action key. So hopefully I get it. If I don't, then I'll kind of explain to you what happens when someone gets special action key.
And there's nothing you can
As you can see on this part, right, there's these conjunctions and then these rifts. All you want to do is push the conjunction into the rift while avoiding the orange AoE. If you touch the orange AoE, it despawns the conjunction, and then you have to just redo the mechanic. It's not a big deal if you end up redoing it.
Don't you dare!
On this part, right, there's 3 buttons. I already called far, so I'm going to go far. Right, you stand on a button. You're going to see, if you look in your hotbar, you're going to see the stacking debuff. You just want to make sure you don't get to 10. If you get to 10, usually people will rotate clockwise, right? So I would dodge left and then go left to that button, to the other button. Each button gives you a unique debuff. So that's how that works.
What are you doing?
That's why, you know, if you get to 9 on one, you just restart trashing another one. Congratulations, you've learned, like, half of this fight already. And I guess there's also the gliding boss, which is just make sure you press spacebar twice when you jump.
Surrender now, or face an eternity of suffering.
I will admit, I don't know the Zera tanking pattern, so usually I just rely on my tank for to do this for me. But usually I don't really tank this boss. To be honest, I don't really tank in general.
Your death will bring him life.
Okay, so on this part, Mini Mike here has harnessed the magic. That means he has a special action key. If you look at Zera, right, you're gonna see whenever she lifts her arms up like that in the air, that means that you can cast it. In this case, he cast it a little bit early, but that's usually the tell that I use, is that, you know, she has lifted her arms up in the air, so you can cast your special action key. It basically puts down a protection dome on the ground that will protect your team from immediate death. If you put it down too early, which is what a lot of new players do, right? They get the special action key, they get confused, they just plop it down. It doesn't last enough time to cover the attack. So again, just look, you know, don't panic. Look at Zera, wait until her arms are kind of up in the air, ready to do that attack, and then you just put it down. The special action key, and you'll be good to go. That's pretty much the only way you can screw over your team on Zera. Apart from that, nothing else really matters. You're gonna see the same the same special action key repeated. You're gonna see the whatever the first 2 platforms repeated, right, with the buttons and the pushing the orbs, right? But you already kind of have learned that from preface. What's going on there from preface?
All swearing allegiance to the cause, all waiting for the moment to strike.
We went a little bit early here. I'll drop a Rosebender on him. Alright, we're just going.
Our time is now. We rise from the shadows to claim what is ours. He is almost complete.
This next part, very simple. You're gonna have to move around, move around a little bit, and then the run people are gonna get ported to do some platforms, which are the first 2 platforms that you've already seen, right? And then person is gonna get the special action key. Again, the only way you can screw over your team if you're brand new to this fight is that if you immediately press your special action key. Just don't panic if you get it, right? Again, I didn't get ported, and I didn't get the special action key, but this Abeline guy got the special action key. So again, if you look at Zera, right, this is when you want to cast it, right here, right? So this guy uses my timing, right? So Zera lifted her arms up in the air, and then he pressed the special action key, which is, again, the little button right here that will show up above your profession skills. Very simple. On this part, right, usually you're gonna have to move Zera to the edge of the platform, and you're gonna have to clear some crystal shards. But again, this kind of depends on the tank and what your tanking pattern is. In this case, that guy waited a little long, I think, with the special action key, or maybe he was just edging the group, so to speak. So, but it worked out, right? Emperor Serena is current the ambient magic, right? Again, it's the same thing. It's the same thing repeated over and over again. Just, you can cast it now, right? Boom. Cast. Boom, right? Very simple. Unfortunately, I did not get ported, and I did not get the special action key, but people were getting ported on that second phase. But again, it's just, you get ported, you do one of the first two, platforms. Like, either you push the orb into the rift, or you stand on a button. It's that same thing repeated. Very simple fight. Just make sure you don't die to gliding, right? Which is make sure you double tap on your spacebar.
What happened? Oh my.
We'll see if these guys are gonna do more, or I'll try to find a different group. If you're brand new, wing 1 through 4, extremely easy. Join up. Wing 7 is also pretty easy. I'll probably avoid 5 and 6 for now. Those are the only ones. And 8, I guess. And I guess the new one, 9. But 7 and 1 through 4, beginner friendly, feel free to toss your head at it. Just a few mechanics you gotta watch out for. I guess maybe these people are not doing more. Well, back to the LFG. We'll see if we can spot more. See, I've done wing 1, I've done wing 4. Actually, no, I've done Karen. And then wing 3, I guess. So I guess I haven't done anything this week. Daily CO, we've already done daily CO. We'll see if we can get into more raids. CO, Karen, CA. I would love to do CA. I don't want to do the other two. So I think I'll pass in this group. Any strikes also very beginner friendly. You don't even need my build. You can just get in there with anything. Anything under Iceberg Saga, extremely easy. Anything normal mode under End of Dragons, extremely easy. Right? All of this is extremely easy. Wing 1 through 4, again, extremely easy. And all of the Secrets of the Obscure stuff, again, extremely easy. The only stuff that I would avoid is what I have here. Actually, no, also Outline Court. I think it's a little bit harder, but also extremely easy. 5, 6, 5, 6, 8, 9. That's what I would avoid as a new player for now. I would focus on the other ones, because those are a little bit more involved. And like honestly, even like 6, I say 6. Really, it's just Kadim that I'll probably avoid. But yeah, honestly, even Kadim you can probably do if you're like just the group DPS. But everything in 6 is a little bit harder than the other ones. 5 is definitely harder, especially Doom. I would avoid Doom like at all costs. Doom is difficult as a new player. There's a lot of stuff going on mechanics wise. Let's see if we can find another group. I remember when I first started doing YouTube, there was like a few random people actually recognized me in game. I thought that was really interesting. They like knew who I was. I was like, I don't know who this person is. Just some random guy knows of my existence or is running my builds. Honestly, kind of interesting to think about. Hope hopefully we can find another group here. LFG waiting room. If y'all have any questions in chat, let me know. About anything. Anything about the game, anything that maybe you're working towards, anything about the builds. We're waiting anyway, I don't really have anything to talk about. Just waiting for another group to pop up here. It is the LFG waiting room. This is part of the reason why I enjoy playing with friends a little bit more, is because usually whenever I play with friends, I'm able to just pug, or not pug, but I usually will actually go in and make groups for whatever we want to do, rather than waiting. But again, usually whenever I'm alone, I usually don't like to do it. Oh, do a Doom. I don't want to tank, though. I'll maybe wait for tank to fill in, and then I'll join that group. And I'll play whatever afterwards. But I don't feel like tanking. I don't usually tank. I do know how to tank. Doom. I guess this might be a good example of, yeah, if I can get into a Doom, I'll show you why you should avoid doing Doom as a new player. But again, we'll wait for this guy, we'll wait for a tank to join this guy, and then we'll get in there. I'll just play whatever. Yeah, Doom is a toughie for new players. I'm just waiting for this guy to change the LFG. Come on, I'm sure surely a tank joined you. There we go. Okay, so the guy's gonna disappear, and then hopefully he'll reappear and look for something else. I can play whatever else. Kiter, DPS, greens, whatever. I just don't want to tank. Any training groups? All welcome. If you're a new player, I would avoid all welcome groups, guys. I'll be honest. I would avoid it. Nothing against the all welcome groups, but I will be 100% honest with you. You want to make a comp. No matter what you're doing, is it normal training, CMs, whatever, just try to make a comp, right? It's very, very easy to make a comp. And again, all you need for a comp is quickness, alacrity, and a healer. So some combination of quick DPS and a heal, or quick heal and a DPS. So alacrity, DPS, and heal, whatever, heal the opposite version per sub squad. If you got that, you fill it in DPS, doesn't matter. But typically the all welcome groups, they struggle a lot for a reason. Because usually they don't have boons covered, healing covered, etc. And then it's not a good time for anyone. This wing 5 guy disappeared. I was expecting this guy to show up again. He's just gone. I hope they didn't. I hope they didn't end up getting like a full party joining them. I guess that's possible. Party of 5. Okay, green 2. They want to kite. Sure, why not? Can kite or this. I'll show you how to kite. This is one of the unique roles on Doom. I guess I'll be doing two of the unique roles. I'll be doing the green, and I'll be doing kiting. But kiting is an interesting one. Typically for Doom, I'd recommend taking a little bit more mobility. This is the reason why you're going to see me swap out Mace for Sword. And also, Mace is completely useless on Doom. There's no CC. If anything, you want maybe Emob or Chill or Cripple. And I'll show you, about to show you why don't recommend new player for Doom. Because there's a lot of stuff going on, and you can really screw your team over. I want a flame sword. Where's the fashion? What is it called? Molten? Yes, fuse sword. Yes, there we go. If you are gonna play DPS on Doom out of my builds, both Condi Paragon and Condi Mech are both solid. What's my toughness? What is my toughness? It should not be this high. I think it's the misluck. I think I was talking about something. I completely forgot. I'll be honest. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on in this fight. I'm not going to explain everything, but you'll kind of see why I don't have strong recommendations for a new player to do this. Oh yeah, I was talking about the builds. Yes, yeah. I think you will, for Doom, you want to try to run one of my stronger Condi builds. it. Right. I don't know why this guy's standing over here, but you're about to see a whole lot of things happen.
Never give up. For great justice. For great justice.
Basically, my job as the kiter is to pull these Doom's messengers. That's my job. I pull the Doom's messengers and I just kite them around. Now there's in this case, right, someone else pulled it, it's not a big deal, and usually I'm just going to try to walk in and dump a little bit of healing on the group. And alacrity as well. So that's, you're going to see me like kind of go in and out here, you know, dealing with the group here. And then again, on the side, I'm going to be pulling these Doom's Messengers. There's these little orbs on the ground. These give me a little speed boost. Typically, I'm going to be green 2, right? So usually you have one guy that's backing up green 2. And also, if you saw, that guy that just went up also had the bomb, which is, again, a very frequent mechanic that happens in this one. But you want to make sure that you don't run into, or you don't screw over your team with the bomb. So that guy just exploded in the corner. It's going to be very hard for me to explain everything kind of as I go on, but I'll try my best. Again, you see this guy in the corner, got. He has the bomb, right? He has a little red icon above his head, and now he exploded. I think someone else pulled this one. Drop a Rosebender on this guy. So in this case, someone missed a big orb, so the tanking pattern is a little screwed up, but sure, fixable. Usually, one big orb, missing one big orb is not a big deal. This is my green right here, and I'll kind of explain what's about to happen on this green. Basically, you're gonna go up here and collect these little orbs. You want to always make sure you collect one big orb, otherwise a skeleton is gonna spawn and it's gonna screw up the thinking pattern. But that's all you do. You go up here and you kill the orbs, or get the orbs rather. For this next part, you want to make sure that you're facing the center. You're going to need a little bit of Condi Cleanse here. So I try to Condi Cleanse, but I'm going to drop a Res Gunner. This next green is going to be my green, right, on arrow. That's green too. Again, there's too many things going on here, guys. I'll be honest. It's very hard for me to explain everything that's going on. But there's a lot of stuff going on. This is why I don't recommend it. Nope. I don't know why this guy went. This guy, I'm supposed to be green too, right? So this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know why this guy went. My guess is that he was trying to cover, or he assumed that green 2 died, but green 2 did not die. In this case, people have the chains, and they're not splitting, So both of them are dying. You can see that they're both like shimmering. They have that shimmering effect. That means that they have chains. Right, but this guy's not splitting, and this guy is not splitting. Fingers crossed they split, but can only do so much. That's green one. Had to think about that one for a second. Green 2 is going to be up next. That's going to be my green. Oh, looks like someone must be. Actually, I think that's because someone died on the green. This one's mine. You have to be a little bit careful with these orbs where you kind of slow down when you approach them. This is green 3. It might still be doable. In this case, you get the bomb. If you get the bomb at the correct timing, you can actually keep it. So that's what happened there. Is that even though I got the bomb, since I knew the phase was about to come, I didn't do anything. Or I didn't have to do anything. That guy's dead. This is still technically possible, even with 6. But green 1 has to be covered here. Green wasn't not covered. But again, there's a lot of stuff going on here. There's a lot of ways you can die on this one. Hello, Corex. Also, I got like a random guild cape. What's that? I don't know how I got this. Nice. A whole lot of stuff going on in this one. Don't recommend it as a new player, but if you do decide to try Undertake it, you probably want to understand all the mechanics. At least you want to try to understand the big, special action key. And if you press special action key in the middle of the group, you're going to kill everyone. So you want to run away with the special action key. Oops. Hold on.
Forge the way for great justice.
Oh, nice. The group might have bursted it down quick enough for me to be able to pull this one. Yes. Very nice. Might have some power DPS in the group. This feels a little quick. Oops, that was a misclick. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, someone ended up pulling that one, so don't pull that messenger. It is what it is. Again, part of my job here, right, is that since I'm also a healer, is I'm trying to go back into the group and trying to drop a little bit of boons, a little bit of protection, a little bit of healing on the group.
That's the stuff.
someone dead. It is what it is. Did our commander die? Oh, our commander died. Nice. That green mechanic is actually a little bit tougher than it looks. Just clear that out as much as I could. This is not really the best hiding class, but I just try to make it work. Typically, you want something with a little bit of condition damage, so like something like Scourge would be good for doing that. Again, in this case, I know the Doom is about to split, so I can keep this bomb. This is something you just have to know the timings for. I'm gonna try to drop a bit down. You could see that one, right? I went too quick through the orb. I can't believe that they still, all these years later, still have not fixed that. It's like crazy. But I feel like the orb hitbox has always been like a bit screwed up. If you get shackled, I recommend you just move out. Don't greed, just move out. In this case, I'm going to try to move into the group a little bit, even though I have the thing pulled. Try to make sure that people have healing. I'm going to try to like angle myself so I go back into the group here, and then I'm going to try to Condi cleanse, right? That's kind of what I did there. Try to angle myself correctly. Again, since we're not doing CM, it's not a big deal that I'm playing like kind of a crappy kiting build, because it's very easy to heal the Reapers. Unlike CM. This is my green. But yeah, more or less your job as a kiter is to pull out all the Tormented Deads, keep the Reaper at Star alive, and make sure the group doesn't die, right? Because part of your job is healing. Also, I pressed that too early, but this part, it's the same thing, right? You pick up 5 orbs, just make sure you don't fly into the middle, right? Don't fly into this cone, and you'll be good. I guess I'll do Star. Why not? I try to get people super speed there. Some people, usually the squisher builds can possibly die on this part. Okay. We're gonna have to arrest people. Okay, just fuck this guy. Ready, check. Bro, people running around like, yeah. Unfortunately, people panicked, right? You have to not panic. If that happens to you, you have to not panic. But unfortunately, people panicked, right? And they end up running out, and they didn't really know what was going on. So we're screwed. But someone basically ran up to a button whenever we first did that and didn't press F or press F late or something happened there, and we didn't end up getting the thing. And then yeah, just people just like panicked, right? Yep, whenever that happens to you, you have to regroup in the middle. You just regroup in the middle, wait for another ready check. You have plenty of time to redo it. But typically that losing on that phase is like kind of stupid. It's like mostly comes from just panic. People are just like panicking and they're being kind of emotional. What build am I running? I'm just running the heal paragon build. I'm running it's called sword warhorn octane. Don't pull that. Here's what it is. Oh, hopefully no one hits this. Oh. Here's what it is. Typically these first few are kind of hard to catch as the kiter because there's like everyone's there, the whole group is there. So someone will just randomly hit it. You want to run Sword on Doom if you're gonna play Paragon Kiter like me, because Sword will give you a little bit of extra mobility, and Mace is completely useless because there's nothing to CC in this fight. Hopefully we get her on this next run. I do feel a little bit tired. Oops. And again, it's part of my job here as the fighter, right, is that I'm also a healing role, so I gotta go back to the group and just dump a whole bunch of boons and healing on them. I think we missed the big orb, so the group has to move to the other side. There's a guy that might not know what he's doing. You see this Ellie guy? Yeah, he doesn't know where his soul is. He got hit, and he doesn't know what his soul is. I'm gonna try to drop a res banner on him. Hopefully, maybe he gets it. Nah, he's dead. It is what it is. Well, someday. Oh, this thing spawned right on top of us. Hopefully people, okay, whoever hit it, hopefully it runs out. I'll give him a little bit super speed. Oh, perfect. I got the Fractals. I have to do this green anyway. Again, whenever you're doing greens, just try to go really, really slowly through them. That's the best way to do it. You literally just stop holding the W key as you approach the green. The most consistent way I found it. Work. Again, oh, We're both running in the same direction. You want to try to keep an eye on whoever you're shackled to, because sometimes it can end up happening that you both run into the same direction. Try to adjust, make an adjustment. Typically here, I'll just camp sword because I'm just trying to squeeze out a little bit extra damage. You don't really need healing for anything here.
I see a light.
Oh, that's a green one. Okay, I was gonna say. Hopefully someone gets that. One did. I'm gonna go heal the... Again, having all this extra mobility is really, really nice in this fight. I do have to be a little bit careful because my green is next here. So I'm gonna walk to it, really. This one can be a little bit hard to pull depending on your class, right? So it's like I can't really pull that Doom's Messenger really well. Because to be honest with you, I don't have a whole lot of range. So either someone else is gonna pull it, or I'll just pull it whenever I come down here. Okay, hopefully people don't panic this time. Pretty much the only thing you can die to here is panic. Just don't panic. It's very simple.
Stand in for the Reapers. Buy us time. Doom must never escape.
I'll do stuff. And try to start getting people boons. Honestly, maybe that's the key, is just to give people a whole bunch of boons before I ready it. Okay. People are just going, so I'm gonna go.
Hold nothing back now.
You saw there was a guy that was standing in front of this one, and he did not go. You have to be just very adaptable to what your teammates do, right? It's like that guy was standing there, and then I noticed that he was not going. So I covered for him. Something you have to do in raids, because like people will do that, and it's like, what is the guy doing? I have no idea. He just, I guess, didn't realize that we're going.
Hold nothing back now. The fate of Tyria hangs in
But yeah, there's a lot of things going on in this fight. This is not one that I would recommend you to start with, but my builds can certainly take this one on very easily.
They did as they were meant to do. As you did.
And what happened?
If I were a newer player, what would I go with? Warrior, Ranger, or Revenant?
Isn't there? Now leave me.
It depends. I mean, I would recommend you to probably play whatever you enjoy, number one. If you're talking from like just like an overall viability perspective, like if you're looking to take it like learn a real build and like take it into further content, I would recommend you to probably play Revenant. Warrior is kind of it doesn't really have like really solid utility. Revenant has a lot of really, really good utility. Herald is very, very good. A lot of good stuff going on there. But if you're talking from like a low intensity perspective, then I would recommend you to play Warrior. I think Warrior is the strongest, like from a low intensity perspective. If you want to just take like, take it chill, play some easy builds, and relax. Warrior has a lot of, a lot of health, a lot of self healing, a whole lot really easy builds, right? You can do a lot of damage with not putting a whole bunch of effort. But yeah, that would be my recommendation. Ranger is okay. Ranger or Revenant would probably be both the okay options if you're looking to just be like, I want to try to be a meta slave. But I think Revenant is a little bit stronger from that aspect. But Ranger is solid because it has really, really strong, good burst. So you can play it in, hold on, I'm going to do this. 80 PS. I haven't done this CM in a while, but yeah. Warrior, if you want something easy. Revenant, if you want to be a bit more meta. Ranger, if you want to be a little bit less meta. But to be honest with you, just play whatever you enjoy. I don't remember the mechanic for this one. I've done this, I think, once. Maybe twice. No idea. I think I'll try this one because I think it's one of the dailies. Yeah, we'll see if the group wipes on this one. I might just dip. But if we don't, hopefully we don't. Then if if it looks somewhat promising, I'll play it up. Because it is a little bit late for me. It is 1 a.m. We have another Bladesworn in here. God damn. Bladesworn shenanigans. What's this guy running? This guy running some random shit. Is this guy running like heal Bladesworn? I think there's actually guys running heal Bladesworn. Secret tech. Interesting. Yeah, if you're like I said, if you're looking to like get like deeper into the meta, to be honest, with you, Warrior has kind of fallen off. There used to be a build, right? It used to be called BS Warrior, which basically your banners used to give like a passive buff, so everyone would take Warrior in their parties. So like if you played Warrior, right, you'll basically kind of always have a spot or always have like an opportunity to play it somewhere. But nowadays, Warrior's just like another DPS spec. It doesn't have anything really that crazy going for it. It has good damage, but right, it doesn't have anything going for it from like a very strong utility perspective. I would say Paragon has fixed a lot of that though. So Paragon, a heal Paragon is very, very good. But yeah, I think Warrior or Revenant are both fine. Like I said, just play whatever you enjoy, man. It's a game at the end of the day, so. See, this guy asking me to do anything? Nothing yet. Yeah, he's playing in Tinkery. Hopefully this group knows what they're doing, because I don't know what I'm doing on this fight. I've not done this game in a very long time. Guess I'll go over here. Not even sure this group is doing Xiang. Nice. I didn't know that was not in range. Nope. Nice. I think I got fucked by whatever the CM mechanic is. I still have no idea what the fuck's going on. Does anyone know the CA-CM mechanic? Yeah, just stick to one, man. Just stick to one character and you'll be good. I wish there was like a little buff or something that tells you like what's going on with CM. I guess like killing shields is top importance here. I don't think I had a sword unless I was blind. I am running a lot right, yes. I guess I'll explain the normal part. The normal part is that you just hit the boss. There's like shields and swords that happen in this fight, but usually it's just people assigned. If you're a group DPS, this is a very easy fight that you can also enter. If the group doesn't make you do any unique mechanics, that is. Oh, yeah, I got no stability. I had a feeling. I was like, I'm gonna fuck myself doing this. What is going on? I'm just dead instantly. Okay, I guess it's like you don't run into the shields at all. I'll just try that. I don't believe I'm doing any important mechanics, so I'm gonna hit the boss. Technically, I'm playing this build kind of in a simpler way than what you're supposed to be. I play it on a 1 loop instead of 2. Extra ads and beams that need to be reflected. Alright. Does not sound like my job. That's all that matters. Oh, someone else picked that up. Alright, perfect. Are people hitting the bots? Am I blind? No, okay. I'm gonna say, are people sitting over there? I'm gonna kill this armament. Oops. I fucked that up. Nice. Oh, please don't fuck me, dude. I'm gonna hide in the group. Oh, that guy got fucked. That guy is fully dead. Damn, bro. So I'll recast all my shit. Oops. Wrong button. Hopefully someone grabbed that one. Oh, hopefully we don't get fucked here. Oh yeah, we got fucked. GG. Trying to grab a sword at the end there. Alright, let's see, I'll give this a few more tries. But basically the TLDR for this fight is that you just you pick up these swords, you pick up these shields, you use the swords on the arms and the boss. Using swords just does a whole lot more damage. And then the shields protect you from death. So... typically people get this one pretty easily, but I think it's just the CM is fucking us a little bit. I'm just gonna hold this. Oh, please. Okay. Yeah, these things have like some kind of retail or something. Go ahead. Yeah, group DPS. This is another fight that you can probably just get in there. This looks a little bit bad if you're like completely new and you're like, what the heck? Next team is like dying on this. Yeah, it's because of just the CM. We're doing the harder version of the fight. So that's all. Otherwise, not a bad fight. Oh, give me some swords, boy. Swords. Swords. Yeah, it's these things are fucking retail. That's what fucks me. I was like, why am I dying in one hit? Uh-oh, we gotta press up on our boys here. RIP. Try to focus on DPS here. Okay, nice. We got it. Hopefully we have enough shields here, or have some form of invulnerability. Fingers crossed. Oh. Yeah, I believe this is fucked. I'll be honest. It is what it is. It is a bit late anyway, so... I think I will be calling it here. Unless there's another LFG that's available right now and I can get into. Oh, alright. Alrighty, y'all. Thank you for joining. I will be getting off because it is very late for me. But I hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope I try to do like a bit more teaching style commentary, right? About like explaining things about what's going on. And try to get people into these raids, right? Get people raiding. So again, a lot of the stuff in this game is very easy, and a lot of people blow a lot of things out of proportion. So very easy. Get in there. Don't worry about it. just enjoy yourself. And try not to completely grief your group. And if you feel like you don't know what's going on, you just ask people to explain it to you. Or you just say you don't know. It's okay to say you don't know and have people explain it to you, then pretend that you do know. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to be getting off, and I hope you all have a